So you're super jacked on your cast iron and carbon steel, and now you're thinking about giving it as a Christmas gift? Let's just talk about that before you make any rash decisions. Hey, I'm Jed. This is Cook Culture. So for those of you that don't know, I've been selling cookware for well over 25 years. I've been in the houseware space all of my life, and I've sold all different types of cookware. And I've progressed over that time to really be focused on cast iron and carbon steel. And the reason for it is that I believe that, one, it makes great food. Once you know how to use it well, it produces excellent results. But two, and maybe more importantly, we need to stop consuming so much cookware. Non-stick coated cookware in any form, any sort of coated cookware will wear out. Every single brand, everything that's made, it will wear out. And you'll buy it, it'll last a certain amount of time, you'll check it out, you'll buy it again, and this cycle just repeats itself. So the one type of cookware that takes care of that, well, a few, but primarily cast iron and carbon steel take care of the problem that people are faced when they're like, oh, I want a good non-stick pan. Stainless steel has always been around. It's a great type of cooking. It's more of a generic style cooking. You're not gonna get the same non-stick results because you don't season it the same way as cast iron and carbon steel, but cast iron and carbon steel is phenomenal. However, this is the big however, when we buy it ourselves, when we go into a store and we buy it, we are signing on to what that means. And this channel has been made. The reason I do this primarily is that when I sell cast iron and carbon steel, and I don't give anybody another option, I don't, okay, well here, I'll pull out the non-stick pan just because you asked for it. That doesn't happen when you come to Cook Culture. You get this big long speech about why it's so important and blah, 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 that everybody has probably heard who follows this channel. But what we take on is that immense responsibility of like, okay, awesome, you're here. This is a great starting point. You've realized what you need to do. Now the work kind of begins. You've got a journey to go from where you are now to being successful. And some people really accept that and they just charge in and they do all the work and they understand the time and the effort. They change the way that they cook, they alter things, and they become really, really successful. Some people do it a little more begrudgingly and they're like, this sucks, this is hard, I can't do this doesn't work, oh, I don't like this, I don't want it anymore. And they'll come to me and be like, oh, everything you're telling me isn't working and I don't like it and I'm gonna go back, but I know I can't go back, so what do I do? And that's where we have that heart to heart, like, hey, this is actually all on you. The onus is on you. You've got to just accept that you need to slow down. You've got to take more time. You've got to appreciate what you're doing. And almost every time those people are like, okay, right, I got it. I'll slow down, I'll calm down. I can't get the exact same results or type of cooking that I did from my non-stick cookware and use and translate that to cast iron and carbon steel. I realize I'm gonna get good results. I see it, I see my friends, I see it on TV, I see you do it. I know I'll get it, but there's something I'm missing. And what they're missing is they're just not chilling out. They're just not slowing down and taking the time that it takes to use cast iron and carbon steel. And then what happens is that, what we're talking about here is that those that want to start to advocate using cast iron and carbon steel. And this was the dilemma that I had many years ago, is that I, was fully converted. I wasn't gonna sell non-stick anymore. I wasn't gonna promote non-stick. I was going to, clearly explain to people why my industry wants to sell it to you, and they're gonna do everything they can to try to get away from all of the issues and problems of the environmental impact and, if and where there are chemical issues in cookware and anything that is detrimental to sales. And, they're not gonna want to try to sell something that's more difficult, and that is cast iron and carbon steel, because it is a more laborious type of cookware. And so when I had started to have those conversations with people in store, I realized quite quickly, if I was gonna be like, hey, this is your only opportunity, this is your only choice is to buy cast iron and carbon steel, then I need to teach you. I need to show you how to do this. I need to learn all of the aspects myself. I need to be 3 steps ahead constantly and understand all of the problems that you're gonna run into whenever you're gonna stress with whatever you're trying to cook, and I need to be the guy that has those answers. And my team of people, and anytime that you come into one of our stores, we need to have those answers. We need to give you the confidence that yes, you will be successful. And that's why I made all these videos. That's why I'm standing in front of you today. That's why I do what I do, because I truly know that people will make the move if we can reduce the friction, if we can reduce the barriers, if we can make it easier and show them a faster pathway to get from starting to success. And if you're considering buying cast iron or carbon steel, this is carbon steel. This is a Dubai, 10-inch and 9.5-inch pan. This is an unseasoned Stargazer 12-inch pan. This is a Lodge 12-inch pan, comes pre-seasoned from the factory. If you're gonna buy any of these types of cookware for, one of your loved ones, the responsibility is on you to ensure that they know what you're giving them. Because if you just give them one because oh, I love it so much, everything's great, and for whatever reason you grew up with cast iron, you know it so well, you don't realize that the process is kind of laborious, and some people find it nearly impossible to start with because they just can't shift gears from using nonstick to get into cast just overnight. That just doesn't happen for a great majority of people. And if they're not the ones who have been right, for whatever reason, I've made this choice that I'm going to ditch my nonstick, clear it out of my kitchen, do some research, figure out what I need, go to the store, get the pan, and start to realize I need to invest some time to learn a different method of cooking or a variation of method of cooking, then you're just going to give them something that is going to become a doorstop, or a dust collector in their kitchen, which that to me is incredibly tragic. That you've spent great money, you're excited, you want to pass on this knowledge, and it's taken with some sort of enthusiasm to begin with, but because of the crazy mountain that they have to climb initially that they see in their mind, it just gets put on the to-do list and it goes into the kitchen somewhere, or even still in the box in the basement or whatever. So what I'm saying to you is that whoever you're gonna give this cookware to, please ensure that they are a good recipient. That they're qualified to be receiving something like this, because it's not for everybody at the time that you want to give it to them. People need to kind of come to that point. And if you think they're close, if you think that they will get there, then I can help with that. So we've created a program that people can come and buy a little set kit from us that has instructions on how to be successful using cast iron and carbon steel. And we do this in store, you can buy it online too. But what I'm getting at here is that I'm sharing with you with a link below, the link to the video. It's a private, unpublished video for people that have gotten pans from Cook Culture, but it could be from you, wherever you are, if you've gone out and bought this. I'm sharing that with you so you can give that to them. So, that's a big, heavy responsibility for me to say to you, go out and you have to teach them everything that I've taught you on these videos, and now it's up to you to pass on that knowledge. That's a big job. The videos are here. Just share what I've got for free. It's all yours, of course. Here it is on YouTube. So use the link. That will get them to hey, these are the tools that you need. This is the basics of how you get started. Understand this is a bit of a daunting job, but here are the basic videos that you need to start. So start here, start there. So it's a video that just kind of helps the newbie really start from standstill to a crawl. And I hope that link helps, and that you can share it with the person that you've bought whatever sort of cast iron or carbon steel that you've decided to buy for them. So I'm a big fan, of course, of using seasoning wax on cast iron and carbon steel. I find it works just better than regular oil. And chainmail. This is a chainmail silicone scrubber, works incredibly well. And I find it's an essential tool. I've come to realize this is an essential tool for really being successful with cast iron and carbon steel. So, getting them the right tools to start with, making sure they have good instructions, you making sure that they understand the why, and it coming together so that they have a lifelong positive experience of using cast iron and carbon steel. So I really appreciate your support. I appreciate you being here. Anything that I can do to help you be successful and your friends and family be successful, please let me know. Thank you so much. Take care.